I'm going to shift some of the thinking just a little bit from an Indigenous perspective of what the Native people have been suffering for hundreds of years. I'm going to bring up a couple of points that might be a little bit disturbing for the easily politically swayed, but I think a lot of you are starting to catch that there's something not right here. About in the year 2008, 2009, 2010, I was working with and assisting in the best way I could with a man named Kevin Annette. He was championing the residential school deaths that were happening across Canada, starting in Port Alberni. He exposed the deaths and the burials of many children. He went to Kamloops, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, revealing where some of these burial sites were. There's news reports. If you look at the Kamloops newspaper from that time, you'll find articles concerning that his information was probably a hoax and an appeal for attention. But wherever he went, he found burial sites. One was so serious that when he was trying to gather people to bring attention to it, in the meantime, the district of that area had taken a bulldozer and cleaned the site of all the buried children. So recently there was a big national affair concerning residential schooling in Kamloops, finding children. Now you might ask yourself, which I did right away, I asked myself, why now? Why all of a sudden have a full media affair concerning residential schools? Well, I think it's multi-tiered. If you look at it from a globalist point of view, an elitist point of view, they're saying, hey, this is what we can do. Look at what we did. Look at what your Canadian government did in concert with different churches, different organizations. And this also, I hope you know, includes the health departments were heavily involved with what happened to so many children. The government was very complicit in this affair, and it makes you think from a globalist point of view that they're showing you something. What might they be showing you? That this can happen to you. Also, it makes me think about that my brothers and sisters right now in Idle No More are having a ceremony at the park we usually go to, and people are sharing stories. People who went through residential schooling, and the children of people from residential schooling suffer to this day. But that's all it is stories. They've been going on. I used to do documentaries that have been viewed on different television stations concerning this. But let's go just a little bit deeper. In 2008, there were still approximately 1,000 perpetrators alive. We're talking about the doctors, we're talking about the priests, the nuns, the health workers. Why are none of these people rounded up and charged and arrested for their crimes? Why? Why is nobody talking about this? Do you notice the involvement of the people in their reserves are encouraging sort of a influx of emotion that's carried on to the Canadian public that you need to feel bad. You do. But this is an operation. This is something that's going on that has double-sided meanings. Also, it's interesting to note, if you think about Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's, Canada Day, do you notice that just prior to every national event or holiday, that it is interrupted by something that would make it either evil, bad, or unattainable because you cannot practice something that brings community together, that brings people together. So it's another event. This is well pre-planned, and we have to look deeper into why this is going on.